welcome back. Today's video we are going to be doing a Ulta and Sephora haul follow-up. So I recently placed an order at Ulta and also at Sephora for the Vib sale, and I wanted to just kind of come back and give you guys my thoughts on the products that I have been testing out and the products that I purchased from both sales. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm first going to start with my Ulta haul. So for my birthday, I ended up getting a 20% off to Ulta, and I bought quite a few products there, so I'm going to kind of just go through those. So first up, from L'Oreal, I have their Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. You guys, this has become a new favorite for me. I love the way this looks on my skin. It's been my new favorite. I've been using it so much. I took it with me on vacation. I used it when we took our pregnancy photos. I've just been using this so much because I really love the way it looks on my skin. So for me, this gives me a very natural looking finish. It's a little bit glowy, but it's not too glowy. I know some people say it's kind of a matte foundation on them, but for me, I feel like it's more of a natural with a slight glow. The coverage on this is amazing. I feel like I only need one pump of it. It is a drugstore foundation, which I absolutely love the fact that it does have a pump. It's really affordable. I think that this is such a good foundation. And then I also got the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. So for me, this one I do like. I like the L'Oreal one a little bit better, but I do like this one a lot as well. So the only con I have with this one is that I only like applying this one with a brush, and that's not necessarily a con. But I feel like for me, I like the option of using a brush if I want, using a sponge if I want. And for me with this one, I do not like it with a sponge. I feel like you have to use so much product to get decent coverage with this one. It is definitely a full coverage, medium to full coverage foundation when you use a brush. But I feel like when you use a sponge, it's very sheer. You have to go in with quite a lot of product to get it on the face. As long as I use a brush when I'm with this one, I do really like it. I like the finish of it. It lasts really long on the skin. So I ended up picking actually really good shade matches in both of these. So in the Smashbox, I got the 1.1, and then in the L'Oreal, I got 420, which is true beige. Both of these match perfectly for me, and I do really like them both, and I think I will continue to reach for both of them. I'll definitely say that the L'Oreal is a little bit more of a favorite over the Smashbox, because I just like the L'Oreal one so much, but the Smashbox one is pretty good, and I've still been using it quite a bit. So a few of the other products I got during the sale is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. So I actually got this back when they were doing the 21 Days of Beauty sale, but I actually included it in that video, so I thought I would talk about it. And I do really like it. The only problem I have with it is the packaging, because I feel like the packaging is a little bit hard to open. I think it's just because I have nails, but the clasp for some reason just takes me a little bit. But the actual bronzer is really pretty. It's what I have on my face today. I really like it. It's a matte bronzer. It smells amazing. I like the mirror on the compact. I got mine on sale. I think I only paid $15 for mine, so I obviously like it for the $15. I even would pay $30 for it. I just think it's a nice bronzer. It doesn't look muddy on the skin. I feel like it's not one of those bronzers that you look too heavy if you use too much of it. It really just looks really natural on the skin. And then I also purchased the Wonderlust perfume from Michael Kors. I've been using this a bunch. I do really still like it. The scent of it's really good, and I feel like it lasts pretty long on the skin as well, which is nice. And then the other thing that I purchased was the Oil Skincare Oil. This one is supposed to help with stretch marks. I haven't used too much of it. You can see I've used a decent amount. I don't love this being an oil. I don't really normally use oil products on my body. So I got this originally for the stretch marks that I have behind my legs, and I can't say that I've been using it consistently enough to tell you if I've seen a difference in it. So I don't really have a full set review on this, but I had my mind made up about the rest of the products, so I kind of just wanted to come back with those opinions. But on this one, I'm still testing it out. Obviously, now that I am pregnant, I've been using it on my stomach as well to kind of prevent stretch marks if you can. And so I just don't love oils. I feel like that's my issue, is I don't like the way they feel on my skin. I just feel like they take so long to dry, and I just don't want to put clothes on over top of them because I'm worried it's going to stain them. And I just find myself mostly using this at night, even knowing it's supposed to use it morning and night. So I don't know, I just haven't really fully given this a fair try. I need to actually put it into my routine more. I've been using just more lotions because I like the way that those feel better, and I don't have to worry so much about putting clothes on over top and things like that. Okay, so now let's move into my Sephora products. So I purchased quite a few products from the Sephora Vib sale, and I recently got those, I think a couple weeks now. I've had them 3 weeks maybe, and I've already made up my opinion on most of these products. I actually almost love everything I got. So first up we have the Sephora. This is their waterproof eye makeup remover. And this is one that I've heard you guys recommend to me a bunch. That's the reason I picked it up, is a lot of you guys just said it's really good at removing your eye makeup, waterproof makeup, and things like that. So I do like this. Do I think it'll be a new favorite? I don't know. It does remove my eye makeup pretty well. I do feel like I have to use a little bit more product than I would say with like my Lancome one. But it also, I feel like on my eyes, I feel a little bit of sensitivity, like nothing too intense to where it's like burning or hurting or anything like that. But I can definitely feel like a little bit of like irritation. I don't know how to explain it. Irritation. I don't see any redness or anything, but when I'm like removing it, I can kind of tell like it's annoying my eye a little bit. And it does have to tug a little bit more to get rid of like waterproof things. But I think it works pretty well, and I think it's way more affordable than some other options that I have that I like using. So I think I might probably repurchase this when I use this one up. It's just not going to be like an absolute favorite if I were to pick a favorite. So next up, I got the Super Glow from Natasha Denona. I ended up getting mine in the shade Fair, and I basically just got this because of everyone's recommendations. Everyone raves about these. I feel like I just can't put it down. I really, really like it. It looks very natural on the skin, but it's still so blinding. So it looks intense, but it doesn't look like cakey, it doesn't look glittery, it doesn't look like it's sitting on top of your skin. It kind of melts in. It almost reminds me of like my Becca bronze or my Becca highlights, but better. You know, like it looks like your skin, like a second skin, but there's just so much more glow to this product. So I've just been really loving it, and I feel like there's so much product in here. It was expensive, but I think that I'll definitely get my money's worth out of it because of how much product comes in here. It's such a large compact. You do have the nice mirror, so it's nice to travel with as well. And then another highly rated product is the Marc Jacobs. This is their Tantastic bronzer, and I've been loving this one as well. I've been using it a bunch. I kind of knew I would because I waited so long to buy this one, and I went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And after so long of just like still wanting it, I kind of feel like it was going to be one of those products that I like. And again, same thing as the Natasha Denona. This is absolutely humongous. I definitely think I'll get my money's worth out of it. I love the compact. It's so sleek. It has the mirror, but the actual product itself is so, so good. I feel like it glides on perfectly. It blends out really smoothly. The color is absolutely perfect on my skin tone. I can build it up if I want to. I can do like a sheer bronze if I want to. And it doesn't look like muddy. It doesn't look cakey. It just looks really natural on the skin. And if I'm feeling like more bronze that day, I can just add more and layer it, and it doesn't look like too thick or anything like that. Do I recommend it for the $50? I don't know, because it's so bad, because I really, really like it. And I kind of almost do recommend it. Like, I would repurchase it because I do really, really like it. So then up next, I got the Veil Translucent Powder from Hourglass. I just ended up getting a sample size one. And this one I'm kind of like on the fence about. I like it, but I don't know that I think it's worth the price or the hype that it's gotten. I feel like it looks nice on the under eyes, and I also feel like it looks really nice when you set your face with it, but I don't really notice a huge difference in this powder aside from like my other powders, the Laura Mercier, the Too Faced, or like my Rimmel London Stay Matte. I don't really notice much of a difference with this powder in particular with those other powders, you know? So I don't know that it really warrants the price, because I did pay $20 just for like this little sample of it. I'll use it all up, and I do like it, but I don't think this is one that I'll repurchase. I don't really find that's really any different than any other like translucent powders that I find. And I heard so many people just raving about this one and saying how just like airbrushed it looks and everything like that. I don't really notice that so much. I mean, I think it's good, and I do think it does that, but I don't think it like stands way above the rest of my like translucent powders or anything. Okay, and then the last product I have to talk about is my Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer. This is one, again, that I have not been able to put down. I absolutely love this. I really like the way it looks on my under eyes. I have it on today. It looks very hydrating. It looks natural. I think the color that I got is perfect as well. I got the color Cream. It has a little bit of a pink undertone in it, so when I use it on my under eyes, I feel like it's really good for just canceling out like those dark circles, and it kind of just works really well with my skin tone, the shade in particular. It's very, very thick, so I feel like you get really good coverage, but it doesn't feel thick, you know? Like, it feels still really hydrating, and it doesn't feel like too intense or crepey or anything like that. It doesn't crease all too much. It does crease. Anything on me creases, but it doesn't crease any more than like other concealers that I use. I like the applicator on it. I don't really have any complaints with this. I'd probably repurchase it. I do really like it. I do wish I'd bought it sooner, because this is another one that I had on my list for so long, and I was like, do I get it? Do I get it? And I do really like it, and I think it's a great addition to my collection. But after that, that is going to do it for this little review follow-up. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my thoughts on these products, seeing how they turned out after I've tried them out for a while. Let me know down below some products that you guys got from sales, recent sales, or anything that you've been loving. Leave that down in the comment section. Give this one a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, friends.